Hello everyone, this is Ninja Girl Sakura here with another Sailor Moon Crystal review, and this episode made me so happy. Today's episode was, of course, Sailor Moon Crystal Act 36, Infinity 10, Infinite Atmosphere, I believe. What's the title? Oh, this episode made me so dang happy. It does start off pretty dang grim, though. We, of course, see Mistress 9 ready to attack the Senshi, and she tells them that Pharaoh 90 is planning to vesselize planet Earth and take it over. Yeah, very, very bad. But the outer Senshi are very quick to act, and they form a barrier around Mugen Academy, which the whole area has also been destroyed, by the way. But, yeah, this of course annoys Mistress 9. But she decides that, well, no matter, I'll ditch this human body, and she basically wants to assume her original Daimon form. Hotaru, though, she tries to step in and stop her. However, she's unsuccessful. She doesn't fully transform into her Daimon form right then and there, but she does stop Hotaru from slowing her down. From within, though, Hotaru is still determined to protect Chibiusa's soul and the Silver Crystal at all costs. She's not going to give up. And Mistress 9 then notices that she can't draw power from the Silver Crystal anymore, and that further annoys her. But yeah, everyone's still trying their hardest to protect everything. But Mistress 9 then decides to take the souls of the inner Senshi to gain more power, and yeah, she's still saying how Master Pharaoh 90 will destroy everything and take over, blah blah blah. And yeah, from within, when the inner soldier souls go into Mistress 9, Hotaru grabs them and protects them as well as Chibiusa's soul and everything else. And Mistress 9 is again annoyed and fed up, and as you could figure out, hates Hotaru for doing this. But from within, Hotaru is then attacked by Mistress 9 as well, kind of, and she starts feeling a little weak, and she starts realizing that I'm just a soul now, and what am I even fighting for? I've got nothing left. Dad's gone. I don't have my body. But she then thinks to herself that something inside of me, this other presence, which you see the silhouette, and it's, well, Sailor Saturn. And she realizes this presence is keeping her going and making her determined to fight and giving her strength. And she decides to use this power to give back the inner Senshi souls, and they wake up, much to Usagi's delight and elation, because they were dead, basically. But yes, the inners are awake. Hotaru then goes to Chibiusa and gives back the crystal and her soul, allowing her to wake up, so Chibiusa is back. And yeah, but unfortunately, despite the fact that she is back, Hotaru is getting weaker, her soul is getting weaker, and yeah, thanks to Mistress 9 also from the outside destroying her body, it makes her start to fade away. But she does say, basically, goodbye to Chibiusa and thanks her for being her friend. And yes, she does say that she loves her, but she means it as she loves her as a best friend. Don't read into that too much, please. I know people kind of already have, but don't. She means it as her best friend, because Chibiusa is the only friend that she has ever had that has stuck by her. So please keep that in mind. It's not meant to be like that, you know? But yeah, she also says that maybe that meeting was destiny, and yeah, it was heart-wrenching. Especially when Hotaru finally does fade away, Chibiusa starts crying, and she says, this is also in the manga, and it's kind of an important line, she says, how can her fate be so sad? Because in her time, where Chibiusa is from, people don't die like that. They live very long. I mean, look at her own true age. She's 901, I think, at this point. Not physically, but yeah, you know what I mean. So Chibiusa is devastated, but Mamoru encourages his daughter, and just says, "Can you fight and help Sailor Moon? Can you do it?" And Chibiusa, she kind of shows just how much like her mother she is, and says, "Yes, I'm going to fight. I am a Sailor Guardian too. I'm going to fight with this life Hotaru saved, with the life Hotaru gave me." And she heads off, and she even remembers to thank her dad for sharing some power with her. So that was a good thing. Good job, Chibiusa. You didn't forget to thank your father for keeping you alive. And yeah, meanwhile, Mamoru is standing in the window, just kind of in awe at his own daughter, just ready to go out there and fight. And he says, "It feels like I'm giving her away for marriage or something." But seeing his daughter's determination also makes him determined to go out there and help out. So he then becomes Tuxedo Mask and says, "Usa, I'm on the way." So yeah. The Senshi, the Inners, they then have to fight Mistress Nine, who by this point has become her Daimon form. And the Inners throw all their best attacks at her. Mercury Aqua Mirage, Mars Snake Fire, Jupiter Coconut Cyclone. They fire everything they have at her. Because the Outers, they're still trying to keep the barrier going. So yeah, otherwise they would probably jump in. But they're busy, so not their fault. But yeah, all the Senshi, they throw everything they have, and it's not enough. But a certain little sailor soldier comes from behind and uses Pink Sugar Heart Attack! And it actually does damage. So yes, I think that's the first time it's been portrayed as actually being damaging to an enemy. In S, it was a joke attack. Thank goodness, this shows Chibiusa does have more power than you might think. So yes, she actually does damage, and it stops Mistress Nine for a minute, and Chibiusa tells the Senshi that Hotaru is in fact dead, and she is crying, Usagi is crying, but she says, "We can't be sad, because Hotaru is still alive in our hearts, and we have to fight for her." So, Usagi of course agrees. So, yeah. Then, Mamoru arrives shortly after, and tells her, "Transform into Super Sailor Moon. Do it. We can do this. Transform." So, Usagi again calls on the power of the Senshi and their hearts, their united hearts, and something else happens. Something that kind of spoiled in the last shot of the opening. Why they did that, I don't know. I wanted this to be a surprise, but I knew this was coming, and I'm so glad it did. I was afraid they might cut it out, but I'm glad they didn't. A second Grail appears when Chibiusa starts wishing and just thinking to herself that she wants to be as strong as her mom. Again, this emphasizes just how much she idolizes Sailor Moon. She wants to be as strong and powerful like her. And yeah, like I said, when she does, a second Grail appears, and it's double Super Sailor Moon transformations. Well, Sailor Moon and Chibi Moon. Double Moon Crisis makeup. So good. Chibiusa's portion was too short. They should have given it a little more screen time, but yes, it looks gorgeous. I love Super Sailor Chibi Moon's design. That is my favorite Senshi form for her. There is one more form she gets, but that's not till much later on in the story. I'm not going to spoil it. But yeah, I love Super Chibi Moon. She looks great. And the episode ends with her and Super Sailor Moon ready to attack and team up together. So, oh my gosh, what a great episode. Chibiusa got to shine so much, and I love it. This episode really just showed how much she is like her mother as far as her personality and determination to protect the one she loves the most. So, yeah, and just the part with Hotaru and her saying goodbye, it made me tear up. But Hotaru, if you watch the preview for next week, she's not done yet. Next week, we get Saturn, and I can't wait. Whether or not she gets a transformation sequence, I doubt. I don't know for sure. We shall see, but oh my gosh. I can't wait. And Super Chibi Moon just looks so good. I I love this episode, so if you couldn't tell, just 10 out of 10 for me. As far as the animation and artwork, a couple shots were a little wonky, but it was still pretty good overall, especially Super Chibi Moon's transformation, when they, like for example, when even the cats, Luna, Artemis, and Diana, and even the other Senshi, they're all in awe of her transformation. The shot of her panning up looked great. So yes, I'm so glad they did that really well. So, oh my gosh, watch this episode. It was so good. Next week is probably going to be even more awesome because we get Saturn. But oh my goodness, yes, what an episode. Go watch it if you haven't. I think that will do it for my review. It was so good. So good as an episode. I can't wait. I'm sad though that we only have like 1 or 2 episodes left before the end of this section of the story. I'm hoping so bad we get the dream arc. I really do. But yeah, now you know how Super Sailor Chibi Moon really comes to be, because of course in the original series she did not get it until Super S, when she got it from Pegasus, aka Helios. But yeah, not the case in the manga. And now you know, if you didn't already. But yeah, I really hope we get the dream arc though. I really do, because it's so much different from Super S, but in a good way. And I personally love Super S anyway, but that's for another day. But I hope you enjoyed this review. Check out this episode, please do. It's so good. But yeah, until next Monday, everyone. I will see you guys later.